Hi y'all, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kayla, and this is my channel where I share all about my making adventures. Today I have knitting and only socks. That's what I have to show today. And yes, it has only been 1 week. I know I said I was going to every 2 weeks. I still might, but I felt like recording today, and I thought let's go ahead and announce some giveaway winners from the last episode, talk about what I finished while I was on my trip, share the projects that I'm currently working on when it comes to socks, and yeah, so here I am, only 1 week later. This is episode 239. It is August 1st. It's 10:50 a.m. So yes, that's a little bit I already went over of kind of what you can expect from today's episode. Sock knitting, giveaway winners. I do have my July stats. So many of you have missed the monthly stats, and I've still been keeping track. I just keep forgetting to mention it. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in. Let's go ahead and talk about those July stats. Still keeping track. Just forget sometimes, or I don't have it totaled up when I do the first episode of the month, so I just don't mention them, but I am ready with today's. It is August 1st and I had sat down and did July's already. So stats for July, I had 300 grams in, so that's huge, and 939.20 grams out. That's insane. I did not count it. I did knit a little bit more than that because I didn't count the yarn for Lily's sweater in this. That is just becoming a little too, trying to, when it comes to projects like that, how many grams did I actually knit in that month? We're just gonna, when I'm done with it, we're gonna total it up then. I forget to add it in sometimes and it just becomes too much for me to try to remember and keep track of. So I should have her sweater finished here within the next couple of weeks, and I will just count all those grams out at that point. So yes, 939.20 grams out, 300 grams in, pretty good month. It was all knitted items that were completed. 9 pairs of socks and 1 cowl. 8 of those were for gifts and 2 were for me. Definitely a gift knitter over here. So I think that's kind of it. Pretty easy, quick July stats. Finished objects. I have 2 finished pairs of socks. So my trip to West Virginia was great. Talk about that for just a minute because we're going to talk about what I worked on while I was there. But yeah, the trip was wonderful. It was so nice to spend time with family. Got to spend the weekend with my grandma, my dad, his girlfriend, see my mother-in-law, Austin and Elena, his girlfriend came down. I got to see my cousin and her new baby. Yeah, it was just a great trip. So I did not get much knitting done though. That's all right. I didn't get much done, but I still finished 2 pairs of socks, not while I was on the trip. The second pair I finished when I got home. But yeah, we played games in the evenings and we played Hitster. If you're a music lover and you've never played Hitster, highly recommend it. It's definitely a fun one. We all sat around the table and played it. My grandma was guessing songs because it's just like a full, I mean, I don't know how far the songs go back, but she was guessing the ones that were in the 50s, early 60s, and then you have current 2023 might be the latest year on there. I can't remember, but you have more current songs. So if you have teenagers or, you know, whatever, they can get in on some of those songs too. But it was a fun game. We've played it before, but it was fun to play with my dad because I wanted to see my dad and Wyatt kind of battle it out on this game, and it was great. But anyways, back to knitting. Highly recommend that game. All right, sock knitting. I finished these pair of socks. This is Blush Yarns in the Dragonfly colorway. Some deep stash here. I have no clue how long that has been in my stash, but these are done. These are for Wyatt. I did just my vanilla socks on 9-inch circulars. Size medium is what I do for Wyatt. I think I did 25 rounds of Knit 2 Purl 2 for the ribbing, 60 rounds for the leg. I usually always put that on my Ravelry project page, which is linked down below. You can also find links for everywhere that you can find me. I'm most active on Instagram, and then you'll also find links to any shops that I talk about, project pages for all of my socks that I'm going to show. So if you want more details or links to the pattern, it's all over there. But yes, these are done. This was pair number 15 for summer sock camp, pair 51 for the year. I started these on July 18th and finished them on July 27th. I still need to take pictures of these and the next pair that I'm going to show for Instagram and just kind of the finished object picture on Ravelry, but maybe we'll do that today. All right, next pair. These I finished last night. When I made my notes yesterday, I usually sit down and at least start my notes the day before. These were still a work in progress, so I had to sit down and make some adjustments on my notes today. But this yarn is Leap of Faith yarns. The main skein is Like Totally, and then what I used for cuff, heel, and toes was a mini skein set called Valley Girl. Again, this is just vanilla socks on 9-inch. I did do Knit 2 Purl 2 ribbing for this as well, 20 rounds. These are for my niece. I think she's gonna love them. So I did the orange for both heels, but then, as you can tell, cuffs and toes, I did them all a different color because there was 5 minis and I wanted to use all 5 minis in this. So I still have a good bit left. We'll talk about that in just a minute, but this was pair number 16 for summer sock camp, pair 52 for 2024. I started these on July 25th and finished them on July 31st. These are also a size medium. And I'm pretty sure I did 60 rounds for the leg for those as well. So I have a good bit of the yarn left. It's still in the bag here from 3 by the Sea Designs. And I'm going to do a second pair of socks, and I'm going to stripe the minis. I think I'm going to do for cuff, heel, and toe, I'm going to do the main skein. What I had is a full skein, the main skein on this pair. And then for the leg and the foot, I'll stripe the 5 minis. And we'll just see how that works out. Still got everything down in there, needles, all of it. So you should see those as a work in progress next time. I was going to start them last night, but I didn't have time before I went to bed. So I will start those maybe today. My only other sock project that I've been working on, I do still have my scrappy socks going, and I need to grab those and finish those off, really, now that I'm thinking about it, probably before I start the second pair using this yarn, because they're on the foot. So both socks are. I could have them done in no time. But I've only been working on this other sock work in progress. And I took so much knitting, all socks, to West Virginia. I talked about it on the membership video that went up on Monday of this week. Usually I put it up on Tuesday, but Monday I woke up and I was like, we're gonna go and put this up. Tuesday I'm gonna be driving home and getting ready to go home and all that. So it went up a day early. But anyways, I talked on that, showed all the knitting I took, and I hardly touched it at all. But that is perfectly fine. So this pair is in a bag from Mountain State Stitches. And I am using Knit Picks Stroll Fingering for heels, toes, and cuffs. You can see it in there. Oh gosh, Pucker. That's what that pink's called. Pucker, and then black. The yarn I'm using for the main full skein is Pretty Twisted Yarns. I would tie-dye for you. I've got both of them started. The pink is so bright. It's a little better. It wants to get really blown out, but look how cool that yarn is. So fun. So just working away on these. These will be my vanilla sock knitting for the weekend. I probably won't do too much more on them right now, and I'll save them for the weekend to work on if we are out and about anywhere this weekend. Same thing, vanilla socks 9-inch circulars. For my 9-inch circulars, I use ChiaoGoo 9-inch, the red lace, and I use a US 0 because my gauge changes. That is not how it works for everyone, so I don't recommend changing your needle size right off the bat. You might be just fine. I was for a little while knitting with 9-inch, but then it's like my tension changed when working with them. I don't know. So I have to go down a needle size now to get my socks to fit like they would if I was using a US 1 on Magic Loop or DPNs or anything like that. So I think that's pretty much it for the knitting. I was getting ready to go out of town, and now I'm doing the catch-up thing that you do when you come back into town from being out of town. I took my computer with me but didn't check any emails while I was gone, and I normally do not do that. Even if I am like, oh, I'm on vacation or taking a break, I usually still check my emails every single day but Sunday. Sunday, I do not check them. But this time, I didn't even check my emails. Usually I'm up before everyone, so that's my time to check my emails and stuff. But this time, we were up so late playing games that I was still the first one up usually. My dad would sometimes beat me, but we would get up about the same time, and it was so nice to just sit and talk to him before the rest of the house woke up and really get to just visit and catch up. So no emails. I came home to almost 800 emails that needed sorted, some just like sorted into different things, and some answered. If you were a winner, we'll go ahead and talk about this for a minute because I have this on here as a note. If you were a winner for Summer Sock Camp that was announced in episode 238 and you have emailed me, I did mention this last episode but want to mention it again just in case. I am working through those emails. So many of you have already contacted me. I haven't looked to see how many still need to, but there were quite a few, and I am working through those, with all the prizes and getting in touch with everyone and all of that. So just give me through the beginning part of next week probably, and I should be completely caught up on those. If you have not watched the last episode and you are participating in Summer Sock Camp, head over, check that out, see if you're one of our winners. And what is the contact date for that? You have until August 8th to contact me or I will redraw. I've gotten off track here. I'm rambly today. I apparently just felt the need to chat, and that's why I hopped on here to record. Okay, so let's get back on track here with my notes. This is the last month for Summer Sock Camp, and if you are not sure what Summer Sock Camp is, it is a sock make-along. You can knit or crochet socks. All the details, I went over more details in episode 238, so you can check that out, but the details are also in the Ravelry group, which is linked below. But this is the last month to participate, to enter for prizes. That will end, the last day to post things will be August 31st. And then September 1st, I will close everything up. And then probably the following podcast, I haven't looked at the calendar, the following podcast or the one after that, depending on how close they are together, I will do all of our final announcements for winners. We still have so many prizes to give away throughout this month, and then for that big final wrap up. So I can't believe it's already coming to a close. What else here on my notes? Our giveaways from episode 238. We had the, from Sarah's Crochet Crafts, the Progress Keeper set, and then the bags from Bags by Awesome Granny. I have those here. So for our Progress Keeper set, first, thank you guys so much for commenting. We had so many people enter the giveaway in the comments last episode. For the Progress Keeper set, I did the random YouTube comment picker thingy, and the Sarah's Crochet Craft Progress Keeper set, the winner is Lisa Gimblett, if I'm reading my handwriting here correctly and pronouncing it correctly. 8648. I will put the comment up here on the screen. Congratulations, Lisa. If you would just contact me at crazysockladypodcast@gmail.com and give me your shipping information, I will get that Progress Keeper set off in the mail to you. Our winner for the Bags by Awesome Granny bag is G Fontaine 1000. So congratulations. Same thing. Please just contact me at crazysockladypodcast@gmail.com. Just need your shipping information and I can get this out to you. And also I need to know which bag you would like. So there was the one with there's like a bear, a deer, looks like a fox. This one. Or that way there's a little note in there on that one. We have a Santa bag. So just let me know which one you want, shipping information, and I will get that out to you. For the winners for that, you have until August 14th to contact me with your shipping information, or I will redraw some new winners for those. I think that's kind of all that I have. Reading and watching is still the same. We are trying to find a new show to watch. We kind of both are wanting to take a little break from Alone. I think we've watched, oh my gosh, we've watched so many of them. So I think we're kind of wanting to take a little break. And we're trying to find another show to watch that we both can agree on and that we both like. So if you have any recommendations, let me know in the comments below. We kind of like a whole bunch of kinds of shows. I'm itching to watch some kind of a documentary, or I feel like it's been a while since we've watched a good documentary. So let me know if you have any recommendations for shows, documentaries, anything like that. And I think that's kind of all I have today. So it was nice to sit down and catch up with y'all. I hope that you're doing well since I saw you last week. I will probably be back next week. I don't think I'll stretch it 2 more weeks because I need to do another round of summer sock camp winners, because I'm not kidding when I say we still have a good bit of prizes left. So I want to do at least 1 more within the month of August, if not 2 more. I need to look at the calendar, and then 1 after everything wraps up and it ends. So I should be back next week. But yes, I hope that y'all are doing well. I hope you're working on things that bring you joy, and I will see you next time. Happy making. Bye.